Morning guys, double wide 6 here. Got a little video for you. I just picked up this Harbor Freight heavy duty 2.5 ton floor jack. It has a feature called rapid pump, which means you only have to pump the bar a couple times to lift up a car. Just so we know which item we're talking about here, this is item number 68049, available through Harbor Freight. I think I paid about $75 for this. Solid steel, thing weighs about 75 pounds. I'm pretty impressed with the construction. It seems very well built, strong. The casters, the wheels on there, those caster wheels seem to work real well. They're heavy duty. The jack doesn't roll around when you try and lift anything. One thing you do have to do, as the manual says, is bleed the air out of the hydraulic pump. Underneath this plate down here, there's a little screw that you'll unscrew, and it says to pump the handle a few times, and you want to pump it until a little bit of hydraulic fluid pumps out. That means you're purging the air out of the system. Another nice thing about this jack is that it's very low profile. So it has a 2 3/4 inch top to bottom when it's in the lowest position like it is now, which is good if you're jacking up like a 0-turn mower, because my deck that I go under is only like 3 inches, so it just barely fits. So far this thing seems really good. I'm very impressed with it. Seems like a very good purchase. So we'll show you how it works. So what we have here is a 60-inch 0-turn mower. Doesn't weigh a whole lot by jack standards, but I can tell you this mower weighs 950 pounds. So this should be an easy lift. And you can see how quick that rapid pump works. And we're already off the ground. Got the wheels about 3 inches off the ground, and this is great. I put a plow on this mower and I put on rubber tire chains, and I need to get the wheels off the ground. Well, that's a real quick way to do it, and then you put jack stands underneath it to make sure it doesn't move. So that's one test for you. So now we're gonna jack up the front of my mower here. Once again, this is a commercial 0-turn mower, weighs about 950 pounds. I used the low clearance of the jack to get right under the deck of the mower, and we're going to pump this up, and you can see the deck raises first, then the mower is going to raise itself. So as we bring this up, you're noticing that the jack is using the wheels to roll back, because this goes up on an angle. And it's nice that the jack's on wheels. That's all the way up. Goes up about 20 inches or so, 21, 22 maybe. But you can see that you wouldn't be able to jack that up unless the wheels rolled forward. And you'll watch when I let this down, the wheels roll backward. And we'll take a look at it. 20 inches. So we're just going to lower this down. You'll notice the jack's going to roll backwards. And the wheels pivot nice to get out of there and put it out of the way. So for the next test, we're going to lift the Ford F-150 extended cab. The truck probably weighs somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 pounds. So we're going to go under the frame here and lift this thing up. It's also pretty high up to the frame, maybe about 14 inches from the ground. You can see these wheels pivot nice. And you can see we're about 3 inches off the ground. Hopefully you can see that. And what we're going to do is spin the handle to the left, and we're going to slowly lower the truck. So overall, this thing seems like it's going to really do the job for me. One complaint that I have is you have this handle with a nice knurled edge up here. Looks real good. And then you get down here and all they have is like this little cheesy bolt that just sort of taps in there. There's not even a nut on the back. And I'm sure a lot of people, if you really crank that bolt, have already stripped out these threads. So this thing actually wobbles a little bit in there. That just seems a little bit cheap to me. Another thing, it does have a grease zerk, so you can grease it as you want to. And finally, they have this lifting plate right here. Now, these little nubs only come up about maybe 3/16 of an inch. I think they could be a little higher. It would make whatever you're lifting up a little more secure. And I don't know if you can see it, but this particular casting right here, it didn't, you know, metal isn't in there, so it's kind of worn away, and the thing's supposed to be brand new. So as far as this casting goes, it pretty much sucks. You know, maybe if they had these a little bit higher and there weren't voids in the metal, I would be happier with it. But overall, for the money, it's a real nice jack. I read the reviews. Some people complain that once you jack something up and the jack starts slipping, so it starts lowering on its own. I'm assuming those people never purge the air out of the system, so make sure you do that. So this is double wide 6, and this is my review of the Harbor Freight jack. If you get one, I think you'll enjoy it.